President Trump, his first presidential address to Congress of his second term. And tonight we're in Washington with the economy front and center.
And it's a true honor to be with you today. This is a storied...
Trump's starting trade wars with America's own allies, Musk's burning cash for MAGA, and the markets are tanking. This isn't politics, it's economic warfare.
Ever was one, and based on the crowd, I think we broke the all-time record.
And the fallout? It's already begun. In a week full of jaw-dropping headlines, Trump has reignited trade tensions. Elon Musk is pouring millions into Trump's 2024 comeback, and Wall Street is feeling the heat. What's driving these wild moves? Who really benefits, and who's at risk? Let's break it all down piece by explosive piece.
So actually look at the computers and see what's going on.
Donald Trump is back and wasting no time restarting his controversial trade war strategy. This time it's not just China, he's targeting longtime US allies like the European Union, Japan, and even Canada. In early March, Trump announced sweeping tariffs on key imports, blaming these nations for unfair trade practices and saying it's time to put American industry first again.
Costs that we shouldn't be subjected to.
While his supporters are cheering, US companies aren't thrilled. Auto manufacturers, farmers, and tech companies are already warning that these tariffs could cause major disruptions. Tariffs mean higher prices on parts and materials, which then trickle down to consumers. Sound familiar? That's because we saw the same thing during his first term. Economists are warning this could backfire hard, especially with the economy still shaky.
The virus. Yeah. People will try to cancel you so many times.
Inflation's still a problem, and trade wars usually don't help that. This move might play well to Trump's base, but it's raising alarm bells across the business world. And globally, allies are starting to pull back and question America's reliability. The fear is that this could spiral into something even bigger. America's allies aren't taking Trump's trade war quietly. As soon as the new tariffs were announced, countries like Germany, France, Japan, and Canada pushed back. The European Union is already preparing to slap retaliatory tariffs on US exports, everything from Levi's to motorcycles. Japan called Trump's move a threat to global economic stability and warned it could damage long-term partnerships. Canada's Prime Minister said this is a step backward for North American cooperation and hinted at freezing cross-border trade deals.
Greenland, that's pretty good. Look beautiful.
Even the UK, usually hesitant to challenge US policy, issued a public statement urging Trump to reconsider or risk damaging decades of diplomatic trust. This isn't just about economics, it's about global alliances. Trump's aggressive stance is isolating the US at a time when global cooperation is more critical than ever. Countries are beginning to look elsewhere for partnerships, with many eyeing stronger trade ties with China and emerging economies.
To go anywhere on the highway system in a given country.
The risk? A divided global economy, where the US is no longer the central player. Some experts are calling it the start of a cold trade war, and the consequences could reshape global power dynamics for years. Elon Musk isn't just tweeting political opinions anymore, he's writing massive checks. The billionaire CEO has publicly thrown his support behind Donald Trump, becoming one of the biggest private donors to pro-MAGA campaigns. Reports show Musk has funneled at least $50 million into super PACs aligned with Trump's 2024 bid. This move shocked many. While Musk has criticized both parties in the past, his recent actions clearly lean toward the far right. He's justifying the support by saying Trump will restore innovation, protect free speech, and end bureaucratic overreach. But critics say this is all about power, and keeping Musk's business empire in Trump's good graces. There's backlash, too. Tesla's stock dipped after the news broke, and SpaceX employees reportedly raised concerns about political favoritism. Social media platform X, formerly Twitter, is now flooded with pro-MAGA content, with Musk amplifying polarizing voices daily. Supporters see him as a bold truth teller. Detractors say he's playing a dangerous game, turning his wealth and platforms into tools for political manipulation. Either way, Elon's political bet is big, and it could reshape how billionaires influence future elections. Musk isn't alone. A wave of ultra-rich donors is quietly fueling MAGA's comeback. Tech moguls, hedge fund owners, and crypto kings are writing checks to support Trump's 2024 campaign and related conservative causes. This time, the MAGA movement is more organized, better funded, and digitally aggressive. Behind the scenes, big money is flowing into targeted online ads, media networks, and grassroots-style digital campaigns. It's not just traditional campaign contributions. It's a full-scale information war. Billionaires are using their resources to control narratives and shift public opinion, especially among younger and independent voters. Why the sudden flood of cash? Many of these donors believe Trump will roll back regulations, lower corporate taxes, and promote a business-first economy. Others simply want influence, a seat at the political table. The concern? MAGA 2.0 feels less like a movement and more like a billionaire-led machine. Critics fear it's becoming less about policies and more about power consolidation. Meanwhile, progressives are scrambling to keep up, raising alarms about unchecked money steering democracy. One thing's for sure, the 2024 election isn't just political, it's financial warfare. While politics heat up, Wall Street is cooling down fast. The markets have taken a sharp dip in recent weeks, and experts say it's not just about inflation or interest rates. It's fear. Fear of instability, trade wars, and political chaos. Since Trump's trade announcements, the Dow and Nasdaq have both slid, with major companies like Ford, GM, and Apple feeling the impact. Investors are nervous about rising costs from tariffs, possible supply chain issues, and global backlash. Add Musk's political drama to the mix, especially his growing influence over public discourse, and market confidence takes another hit. Tesla, already volatile, saw a 12% drop after Musk's campaign donations were revealed. Sectors tied to global trade, tech, agriculture, and manufacturing are being hit hardest. Hedge funds are moving money into safer assets, while smaller investors are left wondering whether to cash out or ride the storm.
It is thanks to you.
It's a fragile moment for the economy. Even a few more bad headlines could trigger panic selling. The market isn't just reacting to numbers, it's reacting to uncertainty. And right now, there's a lot of that in the air. Top economists are starting to raise red flags. Between the trade war tensions, political instability, and falling market confidence, there's growing concern that the US could be heading into a slowdown. Or worse, a recession. Inflation is still stubborn, consumer spending is weakening, and job growth is starting to slow. Several financial institutions, including Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, have revised their 2025 outlooks, warning that if Trump's tariff policies expand and allies retaliate, the economy could lose momentum fast. They're also watching Musk's involvement closely, worried that political volatility could shake investor trust even more. The Federal Reserve is in a tough spot. They've been cautious with rate hikes, but another economic shock could force their hand. Some experts even compare today's warning signs to those seen before the 2008 crash: inflated markets, heavy speculation, and overconfidence. No one's calling it a full-blown crisis yet, but there's a sense that the foundation is cracking. If political chaos keeps escalating, the economy may not have the cushion it needs to handle another hit. Bottom line, the next few months are critical. So how does all this affect you? A lot more than you might think. If Trump's trade war escalates, prices on everyday goods, electronics, cars, groceries could rise fast. Imported items will cost more, and local businesses relying on foreign materials may pass those costs on to customers. If you're invested in the stock market, the recent dips may have already hit your portfolio. Retirement accounts, 401ks, and individual investments are all feeling the pressure. Financial advisors are warning clients to stay alert, diversify their assets, and avoid risky bets for now. Jobs could also take a hit. Industries like manufacturing, tech, and agriculture, all closely tied to global trade, may face layoffs or slowdowns if the situation worsens. And if inflation ticks up again, your dollar won't stretch as far. The message? Stay informed and cautious. This isn't just political drama. It's real-world impact on your wallet, your job, and your future. Whether you support Trump or not, the economic ripple effects are already here. What happens next depends on whether cooler heads prevail. or if the chaos continues. Trump seems determined to double down on his trade war strategy, no matter the global backlash. Musk, meanwhile, is reshaping the political narrative with his influence and billions. And the stock market is stuck in a holding pattern, waiting to see what shoe drops next. The US could face more economic pain if allies follow through on retaliation, or if investors lose faith entirely. At the same time, a new wave of billionaire-backed politics is changing the game, fast. This isn't just about 2024, it's about how power, politics, and money are blending like never before. From Washington to Wall Street, the lines are getting blurry. And the risks are rising. So stay sharp, keep watching, because this story is far from over. And what comes next could shape the future of America's economy and democracy in ways we've never seen before. The political and economic chaos we're seeing isn't random. It's calculated, powerful, and already impacting everyday lives. As Trump pushes harder and Musk dives deeper into politics, the stakes are rising. The balance between money, power, and stability is shifting, and the ripple effects are only just beginning. If you found this eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Stay updated with the truth behind the headlines, because what's coming next, you'll want to see.